Good morning. It is April 22nd. Forgot what day it was. We are going to do the Lord's Prayer and we'll get into our Bible reading. We do Old Testament, New Testament, Psalms, and Proverbs. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, the glory forever and ever. Amen. We are going to be reading Joshua 24, 1 through 33, Luke 21, 1 through 28, Psalms 89, 38 through 52, and Proverbs 13, 20 through 23. Joshua doesn't look as bad today, so it looks like we're in good shape. So it's been a lot of the tribes and the different offerings and things like that. It's been a lot. So we are getting out of that. It looks like we're getting more into the Bible stories. So bear with me. Let's read together. Joshua called together all of the tribes of the Israel of Shechem. He called in the elders, chiefs, judges, and officers. They presented themselves before God. Then Joshua addressed all the people. This is what God, the God of Israel, says. A long time ago, your ancestors, Terah, and his sons Abraham and Nahor, lived to the east of the river Euphrates. They worshipped other gods. I took your ancestors Abraham from the far side of the river. I led him all over the land of Canaan and multiplied his descendants. I gave him Isaac, then I gave Isaac Jacob and Esau. I let Esau have the mountains of Seir as home, but Jacob and his sons ended up in Egypt. I sent Moses and Aaron. I hit Egypt hard with the plagues and then led you out of there. I brought your ancestors out of Egypt. You came to the sea, the Egyptians in hot pursuit with chariots and cavalry to the very edge of the Red Sea. Then they cried out for help to God. He put a cloud between you and the Egyptians and let the sea loose on them. It drowned them. You watched the whole thing with your own eyes, what I did to Egypt, and then you lived in the wilderness for a long time. I brought you to the country of the Amorites, who lived east of the Jordan, and they fought you. But I fought for you, and you took their land. I destroyed them for you. Then Balak, son of Zippor, made his appearance. Make sure I didn't bump that and turn it off. Sorry. He was the king of Moab. He got ready to fight Israel by sending for Balaam, son of Beor, to come and curse you. But I wouldn't listen to Balaam. He ended up blessing you over and over. I saved you from this. You then crossed the Jordan and came to Jericho. The Jericho leaders ganged up on you as well as the Amorites, Perizzites, Canaanites, Hittites, Girgashites, Hivites, Jebusites. But I turned them over to you. I sent the hornet ahead of you. It drove out the two Amorite kings. Did your work for you. You didn't have to do anything, not so much as raise a finger. I handed you land for which you did not work, towns you did not build, and here you are now living in them and eating from vineyards and olive groves you did not plant. Wow. So now fear God, worship him in total commitment, get rid of the gods your ancestors worshipped on the far side of the river Euphrates. And in Egypt, you worship God. If you decide that it's a bad thing to worship God, then choose a God you'd rather serve and do it today. Choose one of your gods your ancestors worshipped from the country beyond, the river of one of the gods of the Amorites. On those lands you're now living. As for me and my family, we'll worship God. The people answered, we've never forsaken God. Never. We'd never leave God to worship other gods. God is our God. He brought up our ancestors from Egypt and from slave conditions. He did all those great signs while we watched. He kept his eye on us all along the roads we traveled and among the nations we've passed through. Just for us, he drove out all the nations, Amorites, and all who lived in the land. Count us in. We too are going to worship God. He's our God. Then Joshua told the people, you can't do it. You're not able to worship God. He is a holy God. He's a jealous God. He won't put up with you fooling around and sinning. When you leave God and take up the worship of foreign gods, he'll turn right around and come down on you hard. He'll put an end to you. And after all the good he has done for you, But the people told Joshua, "No, no, no, we worship God." And so Joshua addressed the people, "You are a witness against yourselves that you have chosen God for yourselves to worship him." And then he said, "We are witness." Joshua said, "Now get rid of all the foreign gods you have with you. Say an unqualified yes to God, the God of Israel." The people answered Joshua, "We will worship God. What he says, we'll do." Joshua completed a covenant for the people that day at Shechem. He made it official, spelling it out in detail. Joshua wrote out all the directions and regulations in the book of the Revelation of God. Then he took a large stone and set it up under the oak. This was the holy place of God. Joshua spoke to all the people. "This stone is a witness against us. It was heard. It has heard every word that God has said to us. It is a standing witness against you, lest you cheat on your God." Then Joshua dismissed the people, each to his own place of inheritance. After all this, Joshua, son of Nun, the servant of God, died. He was 110 years old. They buried him in the land of his inheritance at Timnath Serah, in the mountains of Ephraim, north of Mount Gosh. Israel served God through the lifetime of Joshua and of the elders who outlived him, who had themselves experienced all that God had done for Israel. Joseph's bones, which the people of Israel had brought from Egypt, they buried in Shechem in the plot of ground that Jacob had purchased from the son of Hamor, who was the father of Shechem. He paid 100 silver coins for it. It belongs to the inheritance of the family of Joseph. Eleazar, son of Aaron, died. They buried him in Gibbeth, which has been allotted to his sons, Phinehas, in the mountains of Ephraim. The breakdown. Excuse me, a little snotty this morning, sorry. Breakdown in Joshua 24, 1 through 33. Joshua gathers Israel and basically says, make a decision. He reminds them everything God has done: deliverance, provision, victory. The key line says, "Choose this day whom you will serve. But as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord." No more riding the fence. You're either all in with God or not. Legacy is built on decisive commitment. Wow, that relates, doesn't it? Luke 21, 1 through 28. Just then Jesus, looked up and saw the rich people dropping offerings in the collection plate. Then he saw a poor widow put in 2 pennies. He said, "The plain truth is that the widow has given far the largest offering today. All these other made offerings that they'll never miss. She gave extravagantly what she couldn't afford. She gave her all." One day, people were standing around talking about the temple, remarking how beautiful it was, the splendor of its stonework and memorial gifts. Jesus said, "All this you're admiring so much. The time is coming when every stone in the building will end up in a heap of rubble." Then he asked them, "Teacher, when is this going to happen? What clue will we get that it is about to take place?" He said, "Watch out for the doomsday deceivers. Many leaders are going to show up with forged identities claiming, 'I'm the one.' The end is near. Don't fall for any of that. When you hear the wars and uprisings, keep your head and don't panic. This is routine history, no sign of the end." He went on, "Nation will fight nation and ruler will fight ruler over and over. Huge earthquakes will occur in various places. There will be famines. You'll think at times that the sky is falling. But before any of this happens, they'll arrest you, hunt you down, drag you to court and jail. If you go from bad to worse, dog eat dog, everyone at your throat because you can carry my name. You'll end up on the witness stand, called to testify. Make up your mind right now to worry about it. I'll give you the words and wisdom that will reduce all your accusers to stammers and stutters. You'll even be turned in by parents, brothers, relatives, and friends. Some will be killed. There's no telling who will hate you because of me. Even so, every detail of your body and soul, even the hairs on your head, is in my care. Nothing of you will be lost. Staying with it, that's what I required. Stay with it till the end. You won't be sorry. You'll be saved. When you see soldiers camped all around Jerusalem, then you'll know that she is about to be devastated. If you're living in Judea at the time, run for the hills. If you're in the city, get out quickly. If you're out in the fields, don't go home to get your coat. This is the day of reckoning. Everything written about it will come to head. Pregnant and nursing mothers will have it especially hard. incredible misery, torrential rage, people dropping like flies, people dragging off to prison, Jerusalem under the boot of barbarians until the nations finish what was given them to do. It will seem like all hell has broken loose, sun, moon, stars, earth, sea in uproar, and everyone all over the world in panic. The wind knocked out of them by the threat of doom, the powers that be quaking. And then they'll see the Son of Man welcomed in a grand style, a glorious welcome. When all this states to happen, up on your feet, stand tall with your heads high, help is on the way. Break down Luke 21, 1 through 28. Jesus highlights a poor widow who gives almost nothing, but it's actually everything. Then he shifts to end times, chaos, wars, fear, but tells believers not to panic. God measures sacrifice by heart, not amount. And when the world gets shaky, your job is to stand firm and not freak out. Lately, I've been doing that, so I know who's in control. Psalms 89, 38 through 52. But God, you did walk off and leave us. You lost your temper with the one you anointed. You tore up the promise you made to your servant. You stomped his crown in the mud. You blasted his home to kingdom come. Reduced his city to a pile of rubble. Picked clean by warfaring strangers, a joke to all neighbors. You declared a holiday for all his enemies, and they're celebrating for all they're worth. Angry, you opposed him in battle, refused to fight on his side. You robbed him of his splendors, humiliated this warrior, ground his kingly honor in the dirt. You took the best years of his life and left him an impotent, ruined husk. How long do we put up with this? God, are you gone for good? Will you hold this grudge forever? Remember my sorrow and how short life is. Did you create men and women for nothing but this? We'll see death soon enough. Everyone does. And there's no back door out of hell. So where is the love you're so famous for, Lord? What happened to your promise to David? Take a good look at your servant, dear Lord. I'm the butt of jokes of all nations, the taunting jokes of your enemies, God. As the dog that steps on your dear anointed. Blessed be God forever and always. Yes, oh yes. Breakdown of Psalms 89, 38 through 52. This is raw. The writer is confused. God makes promises, but things look like they're falling apart. Faith isn't pretending everything is fine. It's trusting God even when reality doesn't match the promise yet. I'm going to read that again. Faith isn't pretending everything is fine. It's trusting God even when reality doesn't match the promise yet. That's good. Okay, so Proverbs 13, 20 through 23. Become wise by walking with the wise. Hang out with fools and watch your life fall to pieces. Disaster entraps sinners, but God, loyal people get a good life. A good life gets passed on to the grandchildren. Ill-gotten wealth ends up on good people. Banks foreclose on the farms of the poor people, or else the poor lose their shirts to crooked lawyers. I'm going to add to that in a second. Proverbs 13, 20 through 23, simple but sharp. Walk with wise people, you grow. Hang with fools, you pay for it. Your circle is shaping your future, whether you like it or not. That's exactly what I was going to say. The 5 people that you hang around the most is exactly who you're going to become in the next 6 months. So take just a second for me before you jump off and pause and say, who are the 5 people that I hang around the most? How do they influence my life? Are they godly Christians? Do they walk the walk? Do they talk the talk? Do they tithe? Do they try not to do all the things they're not supposed to be doing? I mean, we all sin daily, but do they try to walk the life they're supposed to walk when they're in private and when they're in public? Excuse me. Those 5 people are the ones you need to be hanging around the most because they are going to dictate who you'll be in the next 6 months. Firm believer of that. No one told you today, I love you. I hope you have an amazing day and get out there and get it done. Put God first. Be the light, and you'll be surprised at the people that just walk up to you and wonder randomly what it is that you have because they don't have it and they need it. So I love you. I love you. I love you. You guys have a good day, and we'll see you tomorrow. It'll be April 23rd.